Right, memo akwaba aba sports link Ghana so latest updates. I insight me can the latest no etimi bro na and FIFA ranking etima ba beto Ghana your position worldwide no it is say na in Africa Ghana position send city ye kwasro and as ya form ye the details and more etimi bro ye be ramu of Fatawu Issahaku aso ye na ene ya bofraro wanya new manager one ne kwakoye adwuma from next season Leicester City we any other stories are yetimi bro Black Rasta etimi edi nkomo akra afa Michael Essien na dan a Trasako a chese court ahye si yenton no Black Rasta ba bedi nkomo ye be wura mu ho ne nso yakotie ensema hodo a revelations a Black Rasta etimi dia ba beto abontin abusua message se obaso obetimi I like video no on subscribe ya no subscribe o comment so no etimi a comment ne etimi asene shout out e dia ma ba bibia o bia abusua kame ho na yenwura stories na enema etimi enya kama ne ye hyase ya na me hyase e dia free FIFA ranking na ene etimi ababeto dwa na ye wramu a obeka ya emre bi atwam na Ghana worldwide no na Ghana position no eye 68th position and na Ghana etimi eda current etimi aba no say Ghana yetimi rank here as 64th da chese enema ekoso say you know Ghana yetimi anya 4 steps ahead chese enema hyase a esesanti under coach Otuado no things are getting better. You heard say as time goes on no Ghana ebetimi about 13th 14th position near who say in the old days no yes sir ekọ ho a enye asemketoa but uremu ewo Africa ha no me no kasa no Ghana eda 12th position dey ho no said the near dano ehwa na eda so yede eda bet worldwide no dey from 68th position no Ghana etima be piemu ewo 64th position a eye good news kakra ayede ema we are hoping say as time goes on no ye betuma hye ye niema ye na Ghana yetimi anya better position ewo FIFA ranking ni mu na yewramu a ne yewramu ewo Abdul Fatawu Issahaku opani no anase ye boy no na so ye na odim say me the latest no any exclusives no etimi at the bro say Fatawu Issahaku from Sporting Lisbon no opani no etimi aba be piem Leicester City as say na dwuma obo ho no ama Leicester for no aye crado so betimi assign on permanent basis na eno enam the update no at the bro me che say on the 4th of May and a reporter ewramu no che say Abrante Fatawu Issahaku etimi assign a contract say won Leicester for no ayonkofo no aye permanent nesa na odim say na the coach won ne bo adwuma in the championship no before so be piem Premier League no aye Enzo Maresca wono and as say Chelsea for etimi atabiri na waba be head coach for the senior soccer team Chelsea Football Club say na Leicester for no e de omani kai ahwe say ombetimi nya potential replacement e de ama Enzo Maresca de wetima be boa ama Abdul Fatawu Issahaku ombetimi e Premier League no ma bo aboniye meno ka say no report and the latest exclusive setima betodwa e chese next season Abrante Fatawu Issahaku no won Steve Cooper ene ekwakobo adwuma e wo Leicester City bobo konimu a enya asemketoa na opani no e contract ho sensem no watimi assign 3-year contract obebo adwuma e de ama Leicester City na enema etimi akoye na hye swam se opani we otimi ene Andre Morgan de da you eye adwuma e wo Swansea bobo konimu a enya asemketoa opani we watimi akochi Nottingham Forest honso obo adwuma ye enti we are hoping say na Abrante Fatawu Issahaku no opani no wo abro obeso dwuma jim e wo Leicester no obetimi aboa na Abrante Fatawu Issahaku ne money more ene se de ye hwese obetimi aflourish in the EPO no ebetimi akoso no ye hwese opani no ebetimi aboa no na enema etimi aye kama we any later science aka ye de update no etimi ediama abusua message obaso a obe like video no na drop a comment or comment section or subscribe ye wa subscribe message yanko ninkoti ensema hodo a Black Rasta etimi ekaye edefa Michael Essien na dan hodo a court no ese yenton no yanko ninkoti Black Rasta nensema hodo a otimi ebeka fa ho.
A happy story. Followers of football know that this is not a sweet story. Now Michael Essien is going to have 2 of his houses situated conspicuously in 2 very, very opulent areas in Accra. Trasako, phase 2, and East Legon. Anybody who lives in Ghana and knows about Ghana knows that these are places that are huge when it comes to opulence and prestige. Now, my brother, my sister, not in the far distant past, Essien was in the news for all the wrong things. What was it? One, his father had complained to the media that his son was not taking care of him, though he was rich. He also said he was so sick at the time. He was suffering from a foot, or was it a leg that had been amputated or was near amputation? And he even gave access, unfettered asset, my brother, my sister, access to newsmen to even videotape and take photos of his lavatory. Those who don't know what lavatory is, toilet. At the time, he was using KVIP, aka Hitum. And he felt that by putting that in the media, that would put pressure on his son to do the needful. Well, Asian heard it, and he came to the rescue of his father, who died only a couple of years later. But at least it was a happy ending for the father and son. Now, Asian's reason was very simple. What was the reason? He said that his father did not take care of him, he abandoned him, and so on and so forth. And for that matter, he didn't feel any fatherly or sonly role towards each other. Many will say two wrongs don't make a right. And others will say, well, you sow what you reap. Depending from where you stand or coming from, my brother, my sister, it is what it is. Now, the second thing about Asian was about his personal relationships. At the time he was dating Nadia Buare, whatever happened, he was shoved aside and a new woman was picked up. I believe it is the new woman after Nadia Buare that he is with right now. Of course, at the time it was all good, rosy and nice, as you read from the story. So much money was there to spread. There was, everything going on good for him. But all of a sudden, we are being told that he's going through hardships. He's going through turbulent times. My brother, my sister, is this true? Yes, it is true. The two houses are going to be sold. Why are the two houses going to be sold? Because the man is broke. And if the man is broke, why should the two houses be sold? Because he owes people. And if he owes people and the people go to court, of course, the court would say, all right, you have these properties here and there. They would have to be sold so that you'll be able to deal with these debts. How much is this man indebted? How big is the money? Now, it's a lesson for all of us. In fact, when you are active in life, you never get to know that, or you never get to realize that a day will come when you will not be able to run the 100-meter race. A time will come when you will be weak. A time will come when you will unreservedly rely on your reserves. I'm sad for Michael Asian, a player of his caliber. He made so much money, more than a lot of his peers. From how he treated his father, he might not be that forgiving, but at the end of the day, pressure forced him to be forgiven. I don't know what to say. Are we learning lessons from this? Are we saving for the bad day ahead? Or we think it's going to be rosy throughout? Why I decided to pick up this story is simple. In recent times, we have seen entertainers who have reached out to the general public to save them from death. A lot of them ended up dying. We all remember, without going too far away, KK Kabobo. He gave us all the entertainment we wanted. We all remember, Mark Jordan Amate. He also passed on just like that. Now, Emmanuel Ama is also bedridden. And of course, he's also calling for help. At the same time, Akpache. We all remember Akpache. My brother, my sister, these were people who were with us in the days. They swam in some good life. They entertained us on the silver screens, including Abeku Greener. I'm talking about Jagapi. All these people right now are depending and relying on the benevolence of funds to be able to make life go around. My brother, if somebody like ASEAN would fall on bad days like this, think about that. Prince Tego recently had to be dragged to the court where he was forced to vomit some money that he took from people, saying that he was going to give them cars or buy them cars. It never happened. He didn't have the money to pay back. It had to go back to court. And if you check how much money it was, it wasn't so big. But they are not able to afford that now. It means that we need to look at the creative industry better. And again, we need to take very, very good care of our investments if we do not want to go cap in hand in our days of want. I'm sad for ASEAN, but he has not called out to the general public for obvious reasons. He has always been a quiet man. I'm sure that times like this will remind him of his father, when his father was in need and was crying all over the place for help. When we also go through a little bit of this, we appreciate what it means